We move on to this now. The banking sector is again warning of an expected surge in online shopping. That's during this year's Black Friday period. The industry is further warning consumers to remain alert to the heightened risk of cybercrime. That's as e-commerce scams continue to advance, with more clients purchasing goods and services online for convenience. Head of Digital and E-commerce at Standard Bank, Belinds Rathogwa, discusses this with us. Thank you so much for your time, Belinda. I think let's start here. The new trends that have emerged that warrant vigilance by consumers. What have we seen?
Thank you, Tumisang, and hello to all of the listeners. We've definitely seen a growth in the number of people that are shopping online. If we look at data comparing this time last year to the previous Black Friday, we saw a 17% growth in the transactions that are being done online. And over and above that, we are also seeing that at a time like this, fraudsters would also be looking for opportunities to be able to defraud clients of their money. And this is why we're here today to educate clients about the kind of scams that they should look out for as they get ready to do their Black Friday shopping. Now, what are some of the scams that we're seeing? I'll start with phishing. Phishing is one of those scams where you might receive an email or an SMS which is advertising a really great deal, one that's almost too good to be true. And in such an instance, you might be encouraged to click on a link, and this link will take you to a website where you're required to put in your card details or your online banking profile details. I'd like to warn viewers to be very, very cautious of clicking on links, especially those links that require them to capture their sensitive banking details. Another kind of trend that we're seeing is online goods scams. Now, as shoppers are looking for the best deals, they would be encountering all kinds of online retailers. Fraudsters sometimes take advantage of this, either through a website or through social media. If it's on a website, they might advertise a really great looking deal and again encourage shoppers to buy online. But in such an instance, nothing would get delivered even though payment has been made. Similarly, shoppers might come across a deal on social media and they would be pressured into making payment. You know, the fraudster might say something like, this is running out, this is the last item, and they will be capitalizing on the shopper's desire to have this item, right? Yeah. So they'll apply a bit of pressure. Once the shopper makes payment, again, goods would not be delivered under online goods scams. And then the last one that I wanted to describe is vishing, which we are also seeing on the increase. This is where shoppers might receive a call from someone claiming to be from their bank or from the tax authorities or even from the police. This kind of a person would create a sense of panic and uncertainty, suggesting that there's something wrong with the account and that the person should move the money into a different account. Now, your bank will never, ever ask you to move money from your account into an account that you don't know. Yeah. Sometimes vishing takes a slightly different form where they promise an investment, right? An investment with supernormal returns in a very short period of time. Again, I'd like to encourage the viewers out there to say, if you're going to make an investment, make sure you've verified the company that you're dealing with and also check that they're registered with the Financial Sector Conduct Authority.
It's quite unfortunate, Belinda, that these scams continue to advance, and I'm interested in finding out what then is the role of the banking sector to protect the consumers. Seemingly, there isn't too much that a consumer can do to protect themselves outside of what they don't know.
Yeah, so I think there's a couple of things that I'd like to talk about. Firstly, as banks, our role is to implement layers and layers of fraud and security measures. And I think we've got, if you just look at what it takes to be able to log into your online banking profile or to conduct a transaction, you'll see there's layers of verification, authentication before we'll allow a transaction through. However, staying safe when you're shopping online is a partnership between the bank and the shopper. So our role as banks in that instance is to educate shoppers on what to look out for that might be suspicious, that might put them in danger of being defrauded, but also educating them on what steps to take if they find themselves in a situation such as that. And this is why I'm here today, to make more of our shoppers aware of what scams look like and how they can protect themselves from it.
Lastly, how and where would consumers seek recourse once they have fallen prey? We've seen this happen far too many times.
This can happen, and I think when it comes to cybercrime, time is of the essence. For Standard Bank clients, we strongly recommend that if you suspect that you've fallen prey to suspicious transactions, we encourage you to phone your bank without delay. For Standard Bank, you can call 0800 222 050 to report that transaction. You can also report fraud through our banking app by going to the help center or send us an email at reportfraud@standardbank.co.za. But the basic thing is report that transaction as soon as possible so that the bank can take measures to protect you.
Thank you so much for your input. Belinds Rathogwa is with Standard Bank. They're talking to us about that warning to consumers ahead of the Black Friday period.